Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first virtual Osceola Debates 2020. My name is Jordan Monaghan. I am the political correspondent for Osceola Star newspaper. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our event sponsors. Without them, this event would not have been possible. The event sponsors are Kissimmee Utility Authority, Osceola Star newspaper, and Orlando Magic. At this time, I would like to introduce candidate Mr. Victor Torres, running for State Senate District 15. And also our panelists for this debate, Ms. Sandra Carrasquillo with Axion 97.9 FM. Before we get into the debate, I would like to go over the debate guidelines. Each candidate will have a 1-minute opening statement. Debate with one candidate, the panelists will ask 3 questions total, and the candidate will have 1 minute to answer each question. After each of the panelists are done asking their question and the candidate has answered, the candidate will have a 30-second closing statement. Now, there is going to be a timer system, which is this. This means you have 15 seconds left. With that said, let us begin. I would like to introduce Mr. Victor Torres. Please give us your 1-minute introduction.
Well, thank you, the Osceola Star, for the invitation to this debate. I feel that my candidacy has been working towards the working class in the community, making sure that we have affordable housing, that we continue to fight for 15 for better wages. Also, the COVID virus, that's a pandemic that's been striking our community, the unemployment issues that our community has been facing, and we need to address that. And I feel that my candidacy will address that more vigorously, going back up to Tallahassee to make sure that our residents are taken care of or heard as far as what's going on. The educational issues, careers, better paying jobs, careers for the future for most working families. And these are the things we're facing every day. And hopefully, with the help of the community to send me back to Tallahassee, this will be one of the biggest challenges that we have with this upcoming election. And we have a lot of issues going on. And I want to be up there fighting for the families ever so much that they need this service. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce our panelists, Ms. Sandra Carrasquillo with Axion 97.9 FM. Please ask your first question.
Yes, what are your thoughts and what is going to happen with landlords and tenants? The problem of housing. Thousands of Floridians, specifically in Osceola, are jobless, and many cannot pay their rent or mortgage. They can become potential homeless families very soon.
Well, thank you for the question, Sandra. And personally, we have asked the governor, we have asked the legislature for a special session to address these issues because, as you know, with the unemployment debacle that's going on, many of these families, even though the moratorium has extended their rents or their mortgages, that money doesn't go away. And the owners of these homes or apartment complexes, they need to pay somebody. And I felt that we needed to go back to Tallahassee to remedy this issue because the money that was coming from the federal government was helpful, the CARES Act, but we still needed to do something here in the state of Florida. And that's one of the issues that we're going to be addressing when we go back, because remember one thing, the unemployment here in the state of Florida was only $275 for 13 weeks. That's insufficient for what these families needed. And I think that we need to address that back up there in the Tallahassee.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Carrasquillo, if you could please ask your second question.
Yes, my second question is why there is no special sessions or no sessions at all in Tallahassee. And what are you doing to enforce meetings and sessions that are so important for the Floridians? And who is making the decisions when there's no meetings?
Well, thanks for the question. It wasn't because of me that we didn't have special session. It was because the governor and the leadership in Tallahassee, they didn't want to hear a special session.
What are you doing for that?
Well, we have sent letters. We have, as a caucus, a Democratic caucus, we have all signed on to the letters of the 17 Democratic senators for a special session. We have requested, you cannot force the governor. I mean, the governor is the one who has the final decision. If it was up to us, we would have been back up there to address these issues. But the governor and the leadership in the Senate president and the House Speaker did not comply, did not respond. And you didn't have some of the senators from the Republican side requesting for special session either. So it made it a difficult, complicated for us trying to get to be heard up in Tallahassee.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Carrasquillo, if you could ask your third and final question.
Yes, with the increment of schools and I'm sorry, the increment of Hispanic students in your county and your district, what is it? What is there a proposal of helping all these families to conquer better jobs and better housing?
Well, thank you again. These are the two, like in my opening statements, one of the things is affordable housing. The problem we have is so many people have lost their jobs. How do we provide a new career? Because remember, some of these jobs are gone forever. They're not going to return. So we have to prepare our constituents with apprenticeship programs, career stores, whatever is available out there that we can get them retrained for a new career. But the bottom line is, and better paying jobs. Let's face it. Florida is one of the lowest in the 42. We're number 42 or more as far as low wages. We don't pay people enough to live. So the $15 is a stepping stone to better wages, but we could do better than that. And we need to have new careers for people because, believe it or not, a lot of the people who depend on the theme parks, as you know, they open, but now they had to reclose, and a lot of people face layoffs. So what does that mean? That the layoffs are going to impact our economy, and we need to help these families to get back on their feet.
Thank you. Mr. Torres, if you could please end with your 30-second closing statement.
Well, thank you again for the opportunity. Lisette, Sandra Carrasquillo, and Jordan, I appreciate it. This is something that I feel that I've worked hard for 8 years up in Tallahassee to provide for the families, to work for them on my behalf. And I want to continue to fight. There's no question about it that this is not on-the-job training. This is something that I feel I've gone through this, I've experienced it, and I know what it takes to be up there and fight for every day the citizens that need my help. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, candidate Mr. Victor Torres, running for State Senate, District 15. And thank you to our panelists, Ms. Sandra Carrasquillo with Axion 97.9 FM. And thank you to all those who are watching at home.